Hey everybody, we're just starting a couple minutes early. There's just been some shifts with my YouTube live, so I'm just basically broadcasting on a little bit of a different page right now. So we're going to be getting started here in about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm just going to let people kind of file in here a little bit more. So in about 2 or 3 minutes time, we'll get started, and we'll be starting off with healing, and then we'll be getting into Q&A afterwards. So I'll be back in about 3 minutes time, and then we'll get started with today's webcast. Thanks for being here. Talk to you shortly. Okay, everybody. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me just adjust my volume here. Testing, testing, testing. Okay, hope you guys can hear me okay. So let me just double check the microphone, make sure everything's good. Okay, I just gave the microphone a bit of a boost. Again, hope you guys can hear me okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started with today's New Earth Teachings webcast. Like I said, it's kind of a different YouTube live screen that I'm working on right now. I was trying to do my usual setup last night, but I couldn't find the YouTube live button. So it was very, very weird. So I had to kind of dig around and finally discover it. So I'm on this kind of different page. So anyways, just bear with me. Just everything is good. Just making sure everybody can hear me good. Looks like everybody is fine. So great. Excellent. Thank you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started with today's webcast. Like I said, the first thing we'll be doing is healing requests, and then secondly, we'll be getting into Q&A as well too. I got a new backdrop here, so this is why things are looking a little bit more blue. So let me go ahead and just start off with announcements. So again, the healing code cards are available. at amazon.ca and amazon.com. For those of you who are trying to purchase the cards on amazon.com, right now they are currently sold out, but there's a new batch that's coming in later next week. So I just sent off a new batch. They're taking a little bit of time to get to their warehouse to get it all sorted out. So hopefully it'll be here, should be there by next week. It's in travel right now. But again, if you guys are interested, you can go to healingcodecards.com. The digital edition, both in English and Spanish, are now available as well too. So if you purchase the digital edition, you'll get both the English and Spanish versions. So that's available on healingcodecards.com. And of course, if you go on to either of the Amazon sites, and if there's no stock there, just go to healingcodecards.com and just order directly from the website, and I'll be manually sending out the cards. So again, healingcodecards.com. And yeah, see, some people are saying that my volume is low. It is actually cranked up, guys. That's about as high as I can make it. Testing, testing. I'm not too sure why the volume is pretty low. What I would say, guys, is maybe just crank up your volume as best as you can, because right now it's showing that it's at a very high capacity. So if it keeps it up, maybe I'll switch microphones. But anyways, can the rest of you hear me okay? I have to wait a few seconds because there's a delay. Okay, so let me just correct the microphone here. Oh, this is why. Okay. Okay. There we go. Is that better, guys? That's the reason. I was on the wrong microphone. I was on my webcam's microphone instead of my my Yeti microphone. Well, that explains it. That's why the volume was so low. We love technology, don't we? Okay. So anyways, as I was saying, guys, healingcodecards.com. I hope you guys could hear that okay. Amazon.ca, Amazon.com. If by chance the stock is low on either Amazon.ca or Amazon.com, you can just order the cards directly through healingcodecards.com. But another batch is coming into Amazon.com by next week. Okay, and the digital edition is available on the website, both in English and Spanish. Okay, so you can purchase the digital edition, and you'll get both the English and Spanish versions that are available on the website. Okay, and they're a few dollars cheaper. Next week, I'm looking to do a coupon sale for healingcodecards.com. I'm just waiting for the new cards to come into the U.S. Once they're there, then we're gonna do like a special discount offer as well too. Okay, that's not the right button. There we go. I'm clumsy this morning. My goodness. All right. So again, thank you everybody. Let me just adjust my camera here a little bit. There we go. Just so my head's not partially cut off there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna scroll up to around the top area of the chat, and we're gonna get things going with some healing requests. So like I said, guys, first half hour here will be healing requests. Second half hour will be Q&A, okay? So if you guys have healing requests, now's the time to place it in. It can either be for yourself or it can be for another person you know, and just a single request, okay? Just one particular request, not 3 or 4 or 5, right? Just a single one. If you guys do need additional forms of healing, then you can go to my website, newearthteachings.com, grab a private session, and of course I can do healing work there. There's also the EQ method that's available, and of course there's the Akashic body scan, and that is also on newearthteachings.com. All right, so that doesn't have my website. Thought I had my website on that banner, but I don't. Anyways, we'll go ahead and get started here. So Madison has a healing request here. I've been having faint spells these past 2 weeks. I start to lose my vision and I feel very faint. I'm not too sure what's going on. Would love to get your opinion on it. Okay, we have faint spells. I'm not too sure if maybe if you're getting too hot, if there's exhaustion. There's about a million different explanations pertaining to that. And I'm not trying to be a doctor or anything like that, right? That's not really what I'm here to do, guys. So again, if you have something that you're going through, I kind of just feel it out energetically and I get an impression, but I'm not here to diagnose you guys or anything like that. I can help out with that situation, right? So Madison, what I would suggest is just being able to, I would say maybe type out an email to me and just give me a little bit more specifics about what you're going through. And what I can do is I can work with you by email, okay? So just basically tell me what you've been going through. Have you been drinking enough water? Are you exhausted? Has there been anything emotionally coming up in that way? How's your diet? Right, there's a few things we have to look into, okay? So Madison, if you want to just email me, okay, it's bradjohnson79@gmail.com, okay? Or just go to newearthteachings.com, go to the contact page, and you can message me there. Okay, I just want to get a little bit more details in regards to what you're going through. So I'm not really too sure what to work on, right? We have to kind of discover a little bit more about the cause, about what you're going through, and then we can do some healing codes. So what I would suggest in the meantime, Madison, is also just working with the black ball healing technique as well too, and BCR technique, TC technique as well. So that can help you in the meantime, but just send me some more information by email, and I can help you out further with that, okay? All right. Here's one from, hello, somebody, Karen from Alberta, Canada. Welcome. Marlene Upton, healing request, please. I have a painful cyst type on my gums on top of my front teeth. Would appreciate assistance. God bless. Okay, thank you. And I also got the $5 contribution, so I'll be getting to you, Seeing Bird, here in just a minute. Oh, you didn't actually ask for a healing request there. I just got $5 from you. Thank you. Thank you for that. But Marlene, yes, I'll work with you now. So you have a painful cyst type on my gums and top of my front teeth. Okay, so if there's cysts, I've had those in the past as well too. They are not fun. Now, basically, if you have, actually what I can also suggest to you, Marlene, is if you go to healingcodecards.com and you go to the free samples page, I'd like you to download the mouth and throat enhancer, okay? The mouth and throat enhancer is also specifically designed to work with like canker sores, to work with the cysts upon the gums as well too. It works with the teeth, it works with the gums, it works with the mouth, it works with the tongue, it works with the throat, the glands in the throat as well too. So that would be a recommendation as well too. After I do some work on you here, which I will, go to healingcodecards.com, go to the free samples page, grab the mouth and throat enhancer. Okay, that too will help you out. Okay, so Marlene, what we're going to do firstly is we're just going to do a grounding meditation. Now, of course, with me just kind of having my week off and being able to reflect, I haven't actually done any sessions this week. I've basically just been taking a week off, just kind of resting up, recharging my energies altogether. But through this week off, I've kind of refined my aspect pertaining to healing. So if you guys have already watched the newest Inner Mastery series, which I recommend you guys do, right? I know it's just me talking, but hey, it's a great series altogether. There's a 3-step process in being able to work with me, okay? Number 1 is keep your ego at the door, okay? Ego is at the door. We don't need to have ego inside healing or inside anything pertaining to the work that we're doing. Number 2, undivided attention. Number 3, full cooperation, okay? So, Marlene, that's what I'd ask you right now. Keep the ego at the door, undivided attention, full concentration, okay? And if we do that, we're going to have some incredible healing effects take place for you, okay? So, what we're going to do firstly is we're just going to do our simple grounding meditation, okay? So let's place our feet firmly upon the ground. Place our hands upon the center of the chest. And taking a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, once again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And just relax and breathe normally. We're going to kind of just do a miniaturized version of the grounding technique. That way we can just get more into more healing today. So what I want you to do right now, everybody, is just to bring your focus and awareness down to the base of your spine, okay? And I want you to see black etheric roots coming out to the base of the spine and just traveling down the legs and going down the feet, feeling the feet opening up, and you're just putting those roots directly into the earth, okay? So they're going deeply into the soil, and they're going deeper and deeper into the earth, okay? And you can feel free to make it as deep as you want, but that's all we're doing for grounding, is we're just rooting to the earth, okay? We don't need to bring up the brown energy. That's the longer version of the grounding technique, but today we're just doing kind of the miniaturized version, and we're just putting the roots deeply into the earth, and I just want you to feel the connection to the earth. All right, I want you to feel like you're going as deeply as you possibly can, and just feel like you're connecting to the heart of the earth. All right, so your etheric roots are going deeper and deeper, and they're connecting directly to the core of the earth. All right, I just want you to feel that connection. I just want you to feel that love, that harmony, that compassion that the earth is also bringing to you through that rooted connection. All right. Okay, so Marlene, we will go ahead and work with you now. So what I want you to do now, Marlene, is I want you just to place your hands, keep your hands upon the center of your chest, and I want you to see etheric roots coming out both of your hands. Okay, so those black etheric roots are coming out through your hands, and they're connecting through the chest, and they're going up around the gums. Okay, so I want you to feel those black roots up around the gums, connecting around the teeth and around the nerves as well too. So your entire mouth is covered with these black etheric roots, okay? And I want you just to look inside your mouth, look inside the gums, and I want you just to look at the black liquid that's contained inside the gums, contained inside the nerves, contained inside the teeth, okay? A lot of this has to do with stress. A lot of this has to do with tension as well too. A lot of this has to do with worry. A lot of it has to do with heavy anxiety as well too. Basically almost feeling like you're in fight or flight, crisis in that mode, adrenaline, right? So there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of tension. I'm just sensing a lot of chaotic energy inside your mouth right now, okay? So what I want you to do firstly, Marlene, is I want you just to apologize to your mouth. I want you to apologize to your gums, okay? All we're doing is just saying, I apologize to my gums, I apologize to my mouth for being neglectful, for building up a lot of this stress and tension energy. I ask for my body's forgiveness and for my body's assistance to help in alleviating this condition now. Okay? So just a simple apology just like that. As you do that, the body is very easily forgiving. Okay? And now you're going to feel that black liquid moving through the mouth, through the gums, through the nerves, and into these roots, okay? And these roots are coming, this black liquid is coming into your hands right now, okay? So you're feeling your hands starting to get filled up with this black liquid, okay? This black liquid is all coming from the mouth, coming directly into your hands. Your hands are serving as a container here, okay? So as you do that, I will now go ahead and connect with Spirit, and we will clear out a lot of that black liquid debris, okay? I command Spirit's God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid energy contained within Marlene's hands from her gums, nerves, teeth, and mouth area, forgiving all of this energy as it now purges itself out of Marlene's hands, putting up into source consciousness to be completely forgiven and completely purified in totality. Apply. Okay, Marlene, so take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Now, it is quite common for some people to feel a bit of a tingling or a warmth or a lightness within their mouth. That's okay. That's just a beginning process, okay? That's just a stepping stone. Some people may just feel something very light or maybe hardly anything, but that's okay too. It's just letting you know that the codes are in there. They're going to start working. But this is going to take perhaps a matter of days to a matter of weeks, depending upon the condition of your body, okay? So just drink some fresh water and look into that other healing code card that I suggested, okay? The Mouth and Throat Enhancer. You'll find that on healingcodecards.com in the free samples section, okay? And just download that. And if you have printer paper, if you have photo paper for your printer, just print that out on photo paper, cut around the edges, and you'll have a little photo card. And you can use that for the Mouth and Throat Enhancer as well too, should you want to hold something physical, all right? Otherwise, you can just have it on your phone, you can have it on your tablet, you can have it on your computer screen, and you're just staring at it for 60 seconds, okay? After 60 seconds, if, for example, you've printed it out, you can lean that card against a glass of water, okay, for 60 seconds. That water will now be charged with the spirit codes contained inside the healing code card, the Mouth and Throat Enhancer. And just sip it down. Just sip it down very, very gently. Not have to guzzling it all down in one sitting. Okay. And thirdly, if you want, just basically taking that card and just placing it upon your chest and just laying down with it for as long as you want. Okay. So whenever you have the cards, Just put them down upon your chest or any area of your body, and they start going to work with you. And you can have them on your chest for as long as you want. Now, one of the common questions I get about the healing code cards is, Brad, can I work with a multitude of different cards each day? Yes, you can. Right? As long as you can handle it. Guys, you can do anything you want with the healing code cards as long as you're not overwhelmed by their energy. Okay? So if you have 5 cards and saying, okay, whoa, this is too much, then take some cards off. Okay? If you hold 1 card up and you're okay with that, go ahead and use that 1 card. You got 2 cards and you're okay with that, use 2 cards. You got 3 cards, so forth, right? Just pay attention to yourself. There are some people who have used the healing code cards, and they've used quite a few, and they get dizzy, okay? And I said, cut it back, cut back, okay? These cards are extremely powerful, okay? There's spirit energy, there's spirit light, source energy contained inside these cards, okay? This is not just a geometry that you're looking at codes, okay? And these are directly from higher consciousness, from source, from spirit, okay? So you want to make sure that you're just being very aware about how you are using the cards, making sure that it's not overwhelming you. And as long as you guys aren't overwhelmed, you can use as many cards as you want. Now, my recommendation for beginners is, firstly, as soon as you get the healing code cards, you take the entire deck and you just hold it in your hands, okay? You just hold it there, and I want you just to spend about a minute or two just feeling the energy of the cards in totality as you hold them in your hands, okay? And if you feel good with that, great. Then you'll probably be able to handle quite a few cards in the beginning. What I would suggest, though, is maybe just from the start, work with about 3 to 5 cards if you're able to. If it's 1 card a day, great. 2 cards a day, great. But do about 3 to 5, okay? And you want to keep a notebook handy, okay? Have a journal. And just start writing out about how you're feeling at the end of each day when you're using the cards, okay? So if I basically say I have a lungs enhancer, a liver enhancer, a kidney enhancer, okay? I used all 3 of those cards. I'm feeling really light today. I feel really high. It feels great. Great. Write that down, okay? That's day 1. Day 2, same thing. How is your kidneys feeling? How is your liver feeling? Tune into it, right? You may just start to feel, I don't feel so stiff. I feel like I can breathe a lot easier. I feel like I have a lot more vitality each day. Great. That's showing that the cards are working, all right? You're actually bringing your vitality up. So keep a notebook, keep a journal handy, and just follow it through each day with the cards that you use. Keep track of yourself so that you again can observe your body to show yourself how well the cards are working for you, okay? So thank you again, Marlene. And thank you again to the previous contributor for the $5. I appreciate that. Aloha from Hawaii. Hello, Christian. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Carla, hello from Holland. Great. So yeah, Madison, again, just let me know. If you can please just send me an email and we can look a bit more deeper into that. Okay, so Madison, you're already aware of the BCR and TC technique. That's great. Okay. Alex Torres says, healing requests, please send any healing you can. Okay. So Alex, you didn't really give me a specific area to work on, but what I can do is I can just send you kind of a general healing, right? Basically send a lot of love energy, compassion energy around you. And when I get this request, I also ask for assistance from the audience as well too. So this is, sorry. Okay, there we go. This is Alex Torres. So if you guys also want to send loving energy to Alex, again, he hasn't really specified what type of healing, but like I said, we can just send love energy to Alex right now. So Alex, if you're still here, just place your hands upon the center of your chest. We're basically just going to energize and charge your aura with love energy. I'll probably get Lexi in here to help me out with that as well too. Okay. So Alex, let's take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, and I just want you to focus on your aura. I just want you to feel this sheath of light around you. Okay, kind of see it like a rainbow light with the red, the orange, the yellow, the green, the blue, the violet. Okay, and just feel that rainbow light around you. And I just want everybody else here just to send their love and compassionate energy to Alex as well too. Okay, so we're just shrouding him with that loving energy, that compassion, that joy, that love, that happiness. And I will now connect with Spirit. I command Spirit's God Light to shroud Spirit codes upon Alex, bringing healthy, loving, compassionate vitality energy all around his aura, helping to completely alleviate any lack that he is currently feeling, physically, emotionally, or mentally, and shrouding this pure loving energy around him now. Apply. Okay. Alex, hope you feel better. Thank you very much for your request. Okay. Here's one from Turley463. I'll just refer to you as Turley if that's okay. Hello, Brad. Could I ask for healing for panic attacks and depression? It's all a bit sudden and I don't know why. Thank you for all you do and a big hello. Okay, thank you. So basically, we're just going to do the same thing as we just did for Alex. Okay, so what I do for people with emotional situations, all I really want to do is just help you to kind of calm down, but I don't want to clear out those emotions for you. Okay, so we bring you into a state of calmness, and I say we because other people can assist as well too, because I do have a lot of volunteers here on the chat that are happy to help out. I've met quite a few of them. Okay, so we're just going to do the same thing for you, Turley, as I did with Alex. Okay, so Turley, what I want you to do right now is, again, with both of your hands upon the center of your chest, I want you just to pull up a memory within yourself right now where you felt that panic attack and depression was very, very strong. Okay, I just want you to put into your awareness. You're not attaching to it in any way. You're completely safe where you are. All right, but I just want you to pull up the memory. It's like we're pulling up a Rolodex. Okay, and we're just going into our memory, and we're just pulling up to that point where we felt that depression and anxiety was very, very intense. Okay, so again, with your hands there, I just want you to pull up that energy. And I'll give you a moment now while you do that. And everybody watching, if you guys want to offer your assistance to Turley as well too, you may. Okay, we're going to see that shroud of aura around Turley once again. And Turley, I will go ahead now and connect with Spirit. I command Spirit's God Light to place pure loving spirit codes upon Turley and upon Turley's aura, bringing in pure love, pure compassion, and pure harmony, spirit codes that will assist in alleviating any panic and any anxiety that Turley is currently experiencing, helping to alleviate that energy and bringing it into a greater clarity that will assist in Turley's healing journey. Apply. Okay. So Turley, what I would suggest is just maybe do some meditation as well too, and I want you just to do some simple breathing techniques. Now, what I'd also like you to do, Turley, is my newest video that's on my YouTube channel right now. It's called the Inner Mastery Series, and it's lesson number 2. Okay, I'd like you to watch it, all right, and just listen to it, because there's an exercise in there that I think will help you out as well too. Okay, it's just basically following the breath. It's releasing tension as well too, right? So we're releasing tension out of the body, and we're working a lot deeper with the breath, the power of meditation through deep breathing. Okay, so I just like you to watch that episode, that lesson. Okay, if you guys have not seen it as well too, please watch it. I know, Brad, it's just audio and stuff like that, but hey, it's great. Okay, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but again, it's information from Spirit, and it's very, very powerful information. Okay, you guys should be tuning into Inner Mastery Series, because whenever I put the Earth Intelligence Report up, views go crazy. But when I'm putting the Inner Mastery Series up, it's let's bring the Inner Mastery Series up a little bit higher. Okay, there's a lot of great information in it, a lot of great spiritual information flowing through me, both through lesson 1 and lesson 2. Okay, there's going to be weekly lessons that are coming out every week, right? Well, obviously, that's why they're called weekly lessons. So next week, lesson number 3 will be coming out as well too, and then every corresponding week there'll be a new lesson. So again, I'd really like you guys to tune into that, okay? I know it's an audio series, and you guys are kind of just used to seeing me on video, or when the Earth Intelligence Report comes out, it's so exciting. Oh my God, Earth Intelligence Report, yay! This one's more important than the Earth Intelligence Report, okay? So I'd really like you guys to work on just setting some time aside and watching the Inner Mastery Series, okay? It is brilliant, because Spirit is brilliant, all right? So please check it out, okay? Okay. Oops, skipped down here a little bit more. Okay. Okay, here's one for Amy. Amy says, do the digital versions work if they are printed in black and white? No, 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 no. Please do not print them out in black and white. Okay, they have to stay in an utmost quality, okay? If you have a black and white printer, please do not print out the healing code cards, okay? You do not use them in black and white. It even says in the instructions, make sure they're printed out in highest quality, okay? Highest quality means photo paper, okay? We do not use printed paper. If you guys are using printed paper for the healing code cards, they will not be effective, not very much. Their effectiveness will go down. It's very, very important we keep the color intact, we keep the quality intact. If you do not have a good printer, go to a print shop, okay, and get them to print it out on photo paper, 4" by 6", okay, and get them to print out all 36 cards in the digital deck, and then just take some scissors and just cut around the white edges, and then you got your cards, and that's fine as well too. You guys can totally do that, okay? But please do not print them out in black and white. Please also do not print them out in low quality, right? So if you have kind of a substandard printer, I'd recommend not printing out on that, okay? Go to a print shop or go to a friend's house that maybe has a good printer as well too. You just want really good quality, okay? The highest quality possible, and it has to be on photo paper, okay? Not printed paper. No printed paper. Okay? Photo paper. Very important, okay? Cannot accept anything less from that. But anyways, Amy, thank you for your question. Okay. Susan here, SE, Susan, a long-term cancer survivor, 59 years. Wow. Wonder if there is remaining ill effects from my treatments, chemo, and radiation. There usually is. I have talked to quite a lot of cancer patients. I think you may be the longest. I've talked to some that about 20, 30 years. But 59 years, that's pretty spectacular. I'm glad that you're here. So Susan, why don't we work on that right now? Now again, the healing code cards will also work with that as well too. There's a biotoxin eliminator. That's a free sample card as well too. You can help to clear that out. What that does is that usually reverses the effects of vaccines. Okay, so basically toxins contained in vaccines, the biotoxin eliminator works with that as well too. But you can also use that for chemo and for radiation and all that. That too will work against that as well too. I've also created that card to help people with recovering cancer patients who often use chemo and radiation. Okay, so you can look into that card as well too. So it's called the Biotoxin Eliminator, and it's a free card. It's on healingcodecards.com. So go ahead and download it, print it out on photo paper, and start using it. Okay, that too will work with you. But Susan, I'll work with you here now. Okay, so we're going to work together, as we always do. We're probably going to take one more healing request after this, and we're going to get into Q&A. Okay, so Susan, just place your hands upon the center of your chest. Okay, feel those etheric roots coming out. And all I want you to do is I just want you to feel like your etheric roots are going through your body through their own intelligence. Okay, you're not actually guiding the roots. You're just putting the roots into the body, and you're just telling these etheric roots, discover any residual chemo or radiation effects and place it back into my hands. Okay, so your etheric roots are basically going through your body like scouts. Okay, and they're basically just scanning your entire body. The roots are going in through your body, and it's completely collecting any residual chemo, any residual radiation, because if you've had quite a lot of treatments, odds are yes, it'll still be there. Okay. And I just want you to feel all of that energy again, kind of like a black liquid that represents the radiation and the chemo, and it's coming right back into your hands, okay? So I just want to give you a minute while you do that now, Susan, okay? So again, you're just telling it either out loud or in your mind, to my black roots, scout through my body, any residual radiation or chemo, bring it back to me, and put it into my hands as black liquid. And if you guys also want to assist with this, you're welcome to as well. You can again just feel Susan around you right now. Feel her aura. And you can send love and compassion as we work to clear a lot of this chemo and radiation out of her body altogether. Okay, so we'll just give another minute, and then we'll begin with the healing. Okay, so Susan, I will go ahead now and connect with Spirit, and we'll clear that debris out. I command Spirit's God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the residual chemo and radiation black liquid energy contained within Susan's hands, and completely clearing away any additional residual chemo and radiation energy contained within Susan's body, purging all of that debris out of her body completely, purging it up and putting it up into spirit, to soul, to source consciousness, to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay, so deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, so Susan, just drink some water today. Take it easy, get some rest. And again, feel free to go to healingcodecards.com, go to the free samples page, and pick up the biotoxin eliminator. Okay, it's free, and you just download it. If you want, you can get a friend to print it out for you, or take it to a print shop. And again, make sure it's printed on photo paper, okay, in the highest quality possible. And that's how you're getting the best effects of the healing code cards, okay? Thank you, Susan, and blessings to you. Okay, so we're going to take one more healing request, and then we're going to get into Q&A, okay? So if you guys have questions, you can start getting them ready now. Okay, here's one again from Amy. Healing request for my left ankle, please. Okay, Amy, I don't think I did another one. Oh, no, you were just asking about the digital cards. That's right. Okay, healing request for your left ankle. Sure. Okay. So again, placing your hands upon the center of your chest, feeling the etheric roots coming out. Okay. Putting it into the center of the chest. And now just feeling those black etheric roots going down to left ankle. Okay, so it's going down your body, going down your leg, going down your left ankle. And I want you just to feel where you sense the most intense or uncomfortable area of that left ankle. Maybe it's in the upper area of the left ankle, maybe it's around the lower area. But I want you just to attach to the area that you feel is the most intense, pertaining to the discomfort of the left ankle. Okay? And again, once that's connected there, we're going to again give an apology to our body. I apologize to my body for being neglectful in causing the discomfort that exists within my left ankle. I ask for my body's forgiveness as well as assistance to help and alleviate this pain here and now. Okay? So again, we're seeing black liquid from the left ankle being sucked up from all the etheric roots, the black etheric roots. All of that black liquid is now traveling upwards and connecting directly to your hands. Okay, so your hands are being containers, and they are storing that black liquid inside them. Okay. So Amy, I will now go ahead and connect with Spirit, and we will help with your ankle situation. I command Spirit's God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid energy contained within Amy's hands from her left ankle, purging all of that energy up out of her body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay, Amy, deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, so Amy, just make sure you're taking it easy on your ankle today as well too, as the codes start working on it. If you also have the healing code cards, work with the joint enhancer. Okay, the joint enhancer will help you out with the ankle as well too. You can also work with the bone enhancer as well too. That may help. Depending upon the severity of the damage, you may want to look into muscle. You may want to look into nervous system as well too. Okay, and that will help you. If there's any stiffness or if there's any pain, you can also look into the pain eliminator, and you can also look into the stiffness eliminator. Okay, so you have quite a few cards to choose from. And like I said, you can work on multiple cards at the same time, as long as you're not overwhelmed by its energy. Okay, thank you very much, Amy. All right, guys, we're now going to go down to Q&A now. So if you guys do have any requests for myself or for Adronis regarding questions, you can feel free to put them on the chat here. Okay. Here's a question from Christian Novo. Hope I'm pronouncing your last name right. When do you expect the lockdown to end for most of the world so people can start traveling? Before the end of the year. I know it sucks, guys, but it's pretty much going to be before the end of the year. It depends where you are in the world. In Canada right now, it's not so bad. Stores are starting to open up. Businesses are starting to open up again. In the United States, it varies, right? Each state is different. Around the world, yeah, I'm thinking this is pretty much going to last close to about the end of the year, okay? It might start to lighten up around September or October, but again, it all just depends. So, depends where you're on the world. So some people may start to go through I mean, like if you look at Sweden, Sweden doesn't even have a lockdown. There are certain states within the United States as well, too, that do not have lockdown either. So it all depends. Everything is really kind of in a mix right now. But I'd say generally around the world in totality before the end of 2020. This is why 2020 is the year of exposure, man. It's the most intense year on record right now. What I also sense is between 2021 to 2024 will not be as intense as 2020. 2020 was the intense year and is the intense year. Okay, when we move into 2021, it'll still be intense, but it's not going to be like 2020, right? So basically, we've come right to the central point of the storm, and now that storm is going to start moving out this way. Okay, but we still have to kind of go through the clouds that are passing through. So there'll still be some intense years ahead, but I do not feel it will be as intense as 2020 was. But they will still be intense. But with the lockdown, yeah, I'm feeling before the end of the year. Overall, generally, with the entire planet. Okay, so again, just focus on what is compassionate to you. Focus on love, rather than getting stirred up about it, rather than getting angry about it, rather than getting upset about it. Give it love, give it compassion, right? Everything that represents the feeling of us being upset exists in lack. And so the solution is love, compassion, harmony, happiness, joy. Create a routine through yourself that you feel you can bring a joy to, that you can bring joy into your life through that routine. Adapt yourself, right? Be okay with change and just start to work together with love and compassion. You feel people going through a hard time, give them love and compassion, just like we did here through the healing today. Okay, love and compassion is the answer to resolution. Okay, it's not fighting fire with fire, as I'm sure many of us know. Okay, thank you, Christian. Sending aloha from Hawaii. Thanks, Brad. Thank you, Christian. Okay. So again, we're done with healing requests for now, guys. I'll be back next week. Again, Fridays are now going to be the new Earth Teachings webcast time at 11 a.m. Pacific. So if I didn't get around to you today, you can come back next week, or you can go to newearthteachings.com and you can book a session with me as well, too. Okay? Private session is good, or EQ method, or Akashic body scan, whatever you feel is best. Okay, here I have one from Tammy Simmons. Now, Tammy, what I want you to do, because this does feel like a very strong situation here. Tammy, I want you to email me, okay? Just go to newearthteachings.com, go to the contact page, and I want you just to write out a little bit more regarding you being the sole caregiver of your mother with dementia, okay? I'd be happy to work with her. Now, here's the thing. Dementia is caused by metals, okay? It's metal toxicity in the brain, okay? There's toxins, there's metals in the brain. We want to get those metals out of her body, okay? So one of the recommendations I can do is on healingcodecards.com, there's a brand new healing code card, okay? It's called the Heavy Metal Eliminator, okay? Get her to use that, okay? So print it out on photo paper and show it to her and just say, this is a card. This is something that's going to help you. Don't worry about how it works. It's not important. All I want you to do is look at that card for 60 seconds, okay? Afterwards, put it on her body, right? And she can keep it there. That will also work in helping to work with the cells, work with the body, to collect all of the heavy metal toxicity contained within the brain, okay? Dementia is caused by heavy metal toxicity, okay? That's how it's caused. The brain is basically impaired by that, okay, with all those metals. So we got to get those metals out of the body, okay? The second thing is Anthony William is medical medium, okay? Heavy metal detox smoothie. So go to Google search engine and just type in medical medium heavy metal detox smoothie, okay? Get all the ingredients that he recommends. Do that daily for your mother, okay? Make sure she's drinking the heavy metal detox smoothie. Make sure she's working with the healing code cards, working with the heavy metal eliminator. Okay, guys, like I've said before in previous webcasts, 2 things you guys should have inside every single household: the medical medium books, the healing code cards. Okay, you guys have that, you won't have any problems on a physical level. Anthony William is great. He's got great information. He educates people very, very well. I love the guy. All right, and I highly recommend his books. I'm not being sponsored by him in any way. I have to pay for his books like anybody else. I've read his books. I haven't read them all the way because there's a lot of information there. From what I've read, I've been really amazed. I've also looked at his website. I've watched his Facebook Live as well too. He's fantastic, okay? And Spirit highly recommends him, okay? And the healing code cards are kind of a given, right? I'm not just saying that because I created them. I use them as well too, and they work. That's why I recommend them as well too. Not saying they're just my product, but they work, all right? And I get a lot of people coming to me and say, Brad, they work. Holy crap, do they work, all right? So 2 things you guys need to have in your house: healing code cards, Anthony William medical medium books, okay? Gotta have those. Very, very important. All right, so Tammy, hope that helps you, and hope your mother feels better. But that's what you want to work with. Just get the metals out of her body, okay? Here's one from, okay, so there's more healing requests, guys. So like I said, drop me an email or come back next week or grab a session, and I can help with you further, okay? Okay, hello from Sweden. Welcome. Okay, let me just go down the list here a bit more. Oh, lovely Ms. B. Hi, sweetie. Okay. Yeah, we're getting some questions here now. So this is good. Okay, I'm getting these constant questions about nubs on megalithic walls. Guys, no offense, it's not really important for the whole, okay? If you guys do want to look into a bit more, that can be done with private sessions. That can be done more with an Adronis event. I am going to be doing an Adronis event here in the next little while, okay? Save those questions for that, okay? When you guys are looking at nubs on megalithic walls, that's not really helping the collective right now, okay? There's a method to it, but again, I want to kind of focus on something that's going to help people a lot more collectively. So when we have questions here, I kind of look at the ones and saying, yeah, I think this will benefit many, right? Looking at nubs on megalithic walls isn't really going to help many, okay? So please save that question when I do an Adronis event, because I am going to do an Adronis event probably in the next few days here, maybe next week, okay? So just please save that question till then. Okay. I know I'm getting a lot of healing requests here, guys. Get a lot of people coming in here for healing requests. So I apologize if I can't get around to everybody. And there's a lot of people that need healing right now. This is why I say, guys, we need more healers. We need more people doing this, right? Live, for free, for people, right? There's a lot of requests for that. So if you guys are healers, open up a channel. Get a live stream going. Help them out, right? I'm only one guy here. So just give me a minute here, guys. I'm just kind of looking down the, okay, some of the questions here. Okay, here's a question I think is good for the majority. Okay, John Cohen says, what's the difference between the soul and the higher being? Okay. Now, I'm not sure if you're asking this for Adronis, but I can bring Adronis in, and he can share some insight relating to this question, okay? What's the difference between the soul and the higher being? Let me just adjust this chair here so it's comfortable. It's one of the rules of channeling. Make sure you're comfy. So again, what's the difference between the soul and the higher being? Okay. Terra Soul Star Sirius Adronis. We are here at this time. We bid you greetings and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction. I am Adronis of Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning into this transmission through your internet collective consciousness. And so we have received the question, what is the difference between the higher being and the soul? Well, that depends in regards to the context of what you term as a higher being. Because a higher being in that sense basically does not have a precise variable here. You are looking at many different layers pertaining to what you would understand as higher states. Now, basically, from a higher being perspective, you could look at the higher self, for example, as a higher being. Is the higher self the soul? It's a part of the soul, but it's not the entirety of the soul altogether. No. Your soul makes up everything that represents expression, represents everything that represents experience, represents everything that you understand and do not understand. It is the visible, it is the invisible, it is the form, it is the formless. So whenever you're looking at higher being, like a higher self, that is a liaison between your conscious self and the soul, or oversoul in that way. Now, an oversoul basically represents a soul that has reached a level of completion. It is the masculine and the feminine combined together, amalgamated themselves, and become of what you would refer to as a whole soul. So the whole idea here is that a higher being, like a higher self, would be the bridge. It would be the mediator. It would be the liaison, in that sense, between the soul and between the conscious self, between the incarnation, so to speak. So that would be the general difference between the two. But again, higher being has many different variables upon it based upon its context. And so that is what we can share relating to this question. We thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much, John. I hope that made sense to you. All right. Okay. Okay. Here's one from William Caleb Rogers, because I think this one is good for many people, because a lot of people face fear. Adronis, how do I get rid of fear forever? Okay. So let me take a moment and bring it back in. We are here, and we thank you very much for your question. How do you get rid of fear forever? You don't get rid of things. The idea of getting rid of something is the idea of trying to shove it aside or bury it and never feel that you have to experience again. Whenever you say, I don't want to experience fear, you're going to experience fear. Because all the universe is hearing from you is experience fear. So again, as long as you look at it in that context, how do I get rid of fear while you're still looking at fear? How do I not experience fear ever again while you're still looking at fear? Rather than the idea of saying, no, fear, I don't want you, I don't like you, I want nothing to do with you, you say instead, I'm going to focus on love. So it's like this. You have a very large heap of garbage right in front of you. And you're focusing on that, and you're stamping your feet, and you're so angry at that heap of garbage for being here. You're so angry that it smells. You're so angry that it's stinky. You're so angry that it looks absolutely revolting. But you spend so much of your time arguing with it, fighting with it, pointing at it, blaming it, wishing it had never, ever came into being, yet it's right here in front of you. So, rather, you turn your head. You look at another side. You look at another vibrational frequency. Here's love. Here's happiness. Here's joy. Here's the clouds. Here's heaven. Here's the stars in the sky. Here's my soul. Here's my essence. It makes me feel absolutely ecstatic. It makes me feel absolutely wonderful. I feel amazing just being in this presence. What did you just do? You took your head and you changed a perspective. You decided that love was more important than the idea of fear. And through your fear, you were able to make that shift. The fear is being a teacher. It's letting you know that if you're able to relinquish your fear and shift your perspective and going into love and harmony and compassion and joy, That's what's going to alleviate that old scenario, because your head is no longer turning towards the garbage. It's no longer turning to the filth. It has shifted its perspective. Now, it still exists in some reality, but you're not tuned into that reality to where the filth exists. This is what we call perspective substitution. So you are substituting the idea of a reality that you don't prefer for a reality that you do. And now you start to bring enforcement through that love energy, because that's where your attention lies, and it now fills your entire being. And now your entire being is radiating with this pure love and this pure ecstasy and this pure amazement. It feels absolutely blissed out or blissed in. You're no longer concerned about that big pile of garbage that's there. It's not in your reality anymore. You've shifted perspective. What we are talking about here is looking at this on a feelings level, on an emotional level, not a physical level. Because on a physical level, we'd say, well, just go clean it up. Go clean it up. Go take care of it. And that can be a physical representation as well, too. But on an emotional level, this is what this represents. You're shifting yourself into an area, into an alignment, into a vibration, into a frequency of what you prefer. And that becomes the absolute focal point of your reality in that moment. You bring love, you bring happiness, you bring joy, you bring compassion. Oh, Adronis, I don't know how to do that. Then start working on it. Start off small. Start with a spark. Think of something within your life that has made you even just a little bit happy. Because we can guarantee each and every single one of you, you have at least that little spark. Oh no, Adronis, I haven't. No. Yes, you do. You want to give yourself time. You want to go within yourself, and you want to find that little spark. Well, Adronis, I do like playing video games. Well, there you go. There's a little spark right there. Oh, Adronis, I do like riding my bike. There you go. Oh, Adronis, I do like swimming. Oh, there you go. Oh, I like being out in nature. I like hugging trees. Well, there you go. Just these little things. And you build them up, and you build them up, and you expand the spark. You turn it into a campfire. You turn it into a raging inferno of love. You start off small, and you build your way up. And as you start to do that, you substitute the fear with the love. You don't get rid of it. It can't be gotten rid of. It exists in that reality. That reality cannot be scrubbed from existence. But what it can be done is your perspective can change. So the perspective of it does not exist in your reality, but it still does exist within existence. Do you see this now? That's what you want to do. You want to replace a substitution, a perspective to where there is fear, and moving into something that serves you. Love, happiness, joy. But you have to remember the fear helped you to turn your head. That's it being a teacher, helping you along, being a shadow teacher for yourself so that you could shift perspective. You focus on that little spark. You make it gargantuous. And now everything within your reality starts focusing together on love and happiness and joy. That's how it's done. Shift your perspective. All right? We thank you very much. All right. Great. Thank you very much, William, for your question. We'll probably take about 2 or 3 more questions. Okay, here's a very interesting one that's just under William's comment. Lawrence... to Adronis, do positive-oriented dragons exist? And could Adronis elaborate on this? Ooh, this is a fun one. Good question, Lawrence. So yes, let's go ahead and look at, do positive dragons exist? All right. We thank you very much, Lawrence, for your question. Do positive-oriented dragons exist? Well, let us ask you this, a question with a question. Lawrence, do positive-oriented humans exist? Can you tell us that? Do positive-oriented humans exist? Everything exists. Everything in regards to what you can imagine and what is beyond your imagination. Everything exists. So, Therefore, if you wanted to find some positively oriented humans, you will attract them. If you find some quote-unquote positively oriented dragons, you'll attract them. All right? Now, there are many different types of dragons. Many dragons are actually elementals. Are you aware of this? All right? They exist within the elements of nature. Now, yes, there are physical dragons as well, too, but many of them actually represent the oversoul pertaining to elementals. There is also what's known as the cosmic elementals as well, too. Now, dragons are builders. They are constructors in that way. They can actually build worlds. They can actually build stars. It depends upon the skill of the dragon that you're referring to. But a dragon just represents, in that sense, the oversoul of the elements. So it depends in regards to, as you would say, the positively oriented dragon you wish to experience. Some of them are etheric. Some of them can pop out of dimensions. Some of them can materialize a body so that they would look very, very similar to what you would know as your stories or as in your movies or shows in that way. They can appear that way. But many of them, in that sense, are existing within the ethers. And many of them, again, exist as the oversouls of different elements. The elementals in that way. And dragons definitely represent that. Why do you think you have fire dragons or wind dragons or earth dragons, etc.? They all represent the oversoul consciousness to the elements. Many of them. But again, there are others that represent cosmic elementals as well, too. Absolutely, you can connect with, as you would say, a positively oriented dragon. Not all dragons are vicious, a feeling that they want to gobble you up, or that they're breathing fire and they're laying waste to everything and they're being destructive. No. That is a human invention by many of them. In fact, many of the dragons of the ancient time have kept balance upon this planet. In fact, you will discover that in the interior of your planet exists two leviathans. And this represents a yin and yang collaboration between leviathans, or what you would term as dragons. They too, as you would understand, represent the oversoul matrix of the making of the world. So there are dragons in many different shapes and forms and sizes. Yes, there can be physical representations of dragons existing in different dimensions, but primarily the ones we speak of are elemental in nature, and you can connect with them. Many of you have dream dragons, and dream dragons can come through, and they can, in that sense, take you on a ride, and they can show you much of the universe, because dragons are keepers of wisdom. This is why they are such a majestic form of creature. They guard sacred knowledge. We actually work with dragons ourselves. Did you know that? Well, now you do. We work with dragon energies as well, too. Relating to, in that sense, them being keepers of much of the elemental knowledge. Cosmic elemental knowledge, dimensional elemental knowledge, even with different vibrations of universal frequencies. Knowledge existing through the aspect of the dragon domain. So yes, you can certainly connect with dragons, and they can certainly work together with you. It all depends. There are many different types. Some can be very bold and very direct. Some can be very much like warriors. Some can be very playful and funny. Some can be very soft and gentle, very much in the feminine energies. There are many different kinds. So it's just the idea of you being able to align yourself into the appropriate orientation to where you feel a dragon would be appropriate to connect with you in that way, be it through meditation, be it through your living state, be it through dream time. It matters not. Dragons exist everywhere, anywhere, all at once, here and now, just as you. All right? We thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction. We will now conclude and return to the conduit. Goodbye for now. Okay, great. Thank you, Adronis, and thank you again, Lawrence, for your question. So guys, we're out of time for this week. I want to thank you all for your wonderful questions, for your healing requests as well, too. I had a great time today. Hope you guys did as well. So again, I'll be back next Friday. I will also be having an announcement here later next week, on an Adronis event. Okay, so there'll be a free Adronis event on YouTube. I'm going to see if I can get a co-host as well, too, because I would like to have a co-host on to share questions as well too. I'm also going to look to see if I can do this on Zoom webinars. Okay, so it'll basically be a Zoom webinar presentation where some of you guys can even pop on and you can actually ask questions to Adronis as well too. So this will be a special Adronis event happening sometime next week. I will be giving a date on the weekend, both on YouTube and Facebook. And it's been a while since I've done an actual Adronis online event, so it'd be great to have that. So again, just feel free to tune in next week, next Friday, because I will have the webcast and I will be looking into the Adronis event as well too. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful rest of the week wherever you are in the world, and I will speak to you again in another perspective of the now. Take care and talk to you next week.